Welcome back. So here's the truth most salespeople don't want you to hear. Your results aren't a reflection of how hard you work, they're actually a reflection of how well you manage your call cycle. The average salesperson spends hours and days dialing, emailing, driving, and showing up. But if your call cycle is random, if your follow ups are totally scattered, and if your touches are inconsistent, you are leaving nothing but money on the table. So today I'm going to break down call cycle management, the system that separates top tier sales pros from everybody else. Whether you're inside sales, working the phones in the inbox, or you're an outside sales road warrior pounding that pavement, this is how you get control of your calendar, your pipeline, and ultimately, and most importantly, your paycheck. Let's start with the biggest mistake salespeople make: winging it. I will never understand this. They wake up, they open their CRM, they just start clicking around, or worse, they just scroll through their inbox thinking, who should I reach out to today? It's not a plan. That is a hope and a prayer, and is definitely not a strategy. Top performers don't wing their sales calls. They know exactly who they're calling, when they're calling them, and why they're calling them. And when you manage your call cycle like a pro, you're no longer guessing, you are executing day after day after day. Quick example. One of my clients doubled his commissions just by tightening up his call cycle. Same leads, same product, same everything, but he started hitting the right people at the right intervals. And within 90 days, his numbers absolutely exploded. So if you're in inside sales, your call cycle lives and dies by two things: volume and timing. Here's the framework. Day one, get that initial outreach, phone and email. Day three, you want to follow up with a new angle, different subject line, new voicemail. Day seven, you're going to add some value, share an article, a tip, or a case study that makes sense to them. Day 14 is a breakthrough call and ask for your direct time. Day 30 is more long-term nurturing. The key here, remember, it's not blasting the same message over and over again. It's showing up with different value at different times. Inside reps who treat follow-ups like just checking in are absolutely invisible. And inside reps who show up with insight, perspective, or even proof, they win time after time. Now, for my outside sales road warriors, your call cycle isn't just about touches. It's about territory management. So here's what I mean. Too many reps waste too many hours just driving around in circles because they didn't plan their call cycle by geography. If you're not grouping calls by area, setting anchor meetings, and filling gaps with drop-ins, you're bleeding out time and gas money. An elite road warrior's call cycle looks exactly like this: an anchor meeting. So you want to book one solid appointment in that area. Then you're going to surround it by scheduling 3 to 4 smaller calls or drop-ins around that anchor meeting in the same area. This builds consistency, hitting the same territory weekly or bi-weekly so you become known. You want your prospects saying things like, you're always around here, you're always in the area, because familiarity builds trust, and trust builds deals and long-term relationships. Whether you're inside or outside, call cycle management comes down to 3 things: consistency, which is if you're not following up in a rhythm, you're going to be forgotten. 2, cadence. Calls, emails, drop in, LinkedIn message. They need a flow, not just utter randomness. And 3, tracking. If it's not written down in your CRM or in a planner, it does not exist. Most reps lose sales not because they're bad at pitching, but because they forget to follow up. Check this out. 70% of my closed deals came after the 5th touch, but most reps quit after just 2. That's why they're always chasing new leads instead of converting the ones they already have. So here's the takeaway. Managing your call cycle is managing your paycheck. Random activity equals random results. Structured, intentional activity equals predictable results. So if you're inside sales, build your cadence and stick to it. And if you're an outside road warrior, own your territory and plan your anchor days. And for everybody, in general, just track everything, because what gets measured gets improved. If this hit home, do me a favor. Send this video to one rep, whether they're on your team or not, who needs to hear this. Trust me, they will thank you. And if you want more practical, no fluff sales strategies, hit that subscribe button and check out the links in the description. Now get out there and manage your call cycle like a top tier sales pro. But just remember, success does not come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently day after day after day. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.